I never considered a channel that I would make on YouTube to be something that is more or less somewhat inspirational, motivational, a mix of the two, a little bit of a storytelling elements, things that are based off of my own life. But here we are. But today my message is hopefully clear. Don't give power to the things that are not true about yourself. What I mean by that is we live in a world where it's dominated by social media. There's going to be people who just want to see you fail. There's going to be people who never want to see anyone else succeed because they themselves are losers. And what are they doing? They're projecting their own insecurities of their own life onto you because you're trying, right? For lack of a better word, you're trying to further yourself. You're trying to do things in your life that are going to put you in a place where you're going to be benefiting from, whatever. You get the point. And there's just going to be people who want to drag you down to their level because they don't want to see anyone else succeed because that makes them further unhappy instead of actually doing anything. So as a kid, for myself, I grew up, I didn't have money. My parents, love you, Mom and Dad, if you were here watching this video, we didn't have money. And I understood that. There's a lot of times that I just kind of learned that the answer was going to be no if I was going to ask for something, if I was going to get anything. I wore hand-me-downs from my brother who's 9 years older than me. So everything, more often than not, was huge on me and it didn't fit. I would go to school and I would get ridiculed. I don't think I ever told them that, but that just is what it is. I grew from that as a human being because I realized that those people were losers. And so at an early age, I learned to let things fall away. Now, it didn't help my self-esteem as a young person, so I think as a kid, I didn't quite learn the lesson to just not give a shit. And as a kid, those are the people I didn't want in my life anyway. As I graduated high school and I went into college, I really kind of leaned into the idea of not really caring what people thought of me. And I think people were attracted to that because I was confident in who I thought and who I believed that I was, so I could further my own self, further my own life, kind of helping build people up. Being more the person that I know that I am today. I was living in that rather than having people drag me down. All that to say, so I can not make this video super long, learn to be happy with yourself. That's the only way that you're gonna actually be happy with yourself, funny enough. Don't look for validation for yourself through other people because that doesn't even make any sense. Anyway, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next one.